Forecast models for the afternoon and evening of July 2nd, 2021 showed favorable conditions for the development of a supercell and possible tornado in the Calgary area.
It's perfect for a tornado. Perfect conditions.
We set out from Drumheller shortly after noon, driving west and south, stopping to check models and radar.
Yeah, and we went down, way down this street, and it would be so long that we actually had to speed it up very much.
By 1:30, there were 2 towers anviling over the foothills west of Calgary. The northern storm, seen here, was closest. We headed for that storm via Stony Trail and the Trans-Canada. When we got there, we saw that the storm was struggling. We stopped to fuel up and watch the storms. It looked like the northern storm was being robbed of inflow by the southern one, which was unimpeded. The southern storm strengthened, its anvil expanding and shadowing the landscape.
For the city, chance of storms this afternoon, high of 30. A chance of more storms early this evening, then clearing, a low of 16. Saturday, mix of sun and cloud, a high of 26. Chance of showers Saturday night, and a low of 15. Right now in Calgary, it's 29 degrees.
All right, here we go.
Sky. There are severe thunderstorm warnings out for a storm system west of the city near Bragg Creek, Kananaskis. Strong winds.
That's where we're heading. We're going towards Bragg Creek.
Heavy rain as some storms are beginning to fall.
Not yet. No, we're on the 22,
16
I think.
14.
Inflow bands streamed in from the left, inhaled by an updraft hiding behind the rain core. We turned east on 8, paralleling the storm and pulling ahead of it as it intensified over the Tsuut'ina Nation. Clouds marched along the forward flank boundary where the river of warm inflow collided with its northern bank of cool, falling air and rain. We entered the city and made another radar and nav stop. We got our first good look at the Mesocyclone as we headed south past Heritage Park. Lightning flashed on the darkening horizon as we approached South Glenmore. We parked facing south-southwest. For the next half hour, we watched the Mesocyclone spin up and grow as it entered the city. Children continued to play in the splash park despite staff having shut off the water due to lightning. We warned them that large hail was on the way.
Everyone just started going to the cars and driving away. Well, we stayed there for a little bit and turned out this beautiful, beautiful storm.
Look at this hailstone. Just fell out of this storm. Here, you can eat it.
We drove east and north to get out of the hail and ahead of the Mesocyclone again. Here is the rear view of the Meso's final approach at South Glenmore and our retreat. The descending motion chewing away at the back of the Mesocyclone is the storm's invisible rear flank downdraft, or RFD. The RFD wrapped around the Meso, cutting it off from inflow and beginning the occlusion stage. The occlusion pinches out as it spins to our northwest. We expected the storm to cycle again, spinning up a new, stronger Mesocyclone.
It gets bigger and bigger it gets scarier.
We raced east and north, stopping just north of the Transcan near Chestermere as the new cycle began.
We stopped very, very far from it.
It took on alarming structure, a wall cloud with inflow tail streaming in from the right. At 5:18, Environment Canada reported a funnel cloud over the city.
We were worried that our tornado would drop on Calgary.
In the precipitation core to the north, manholes washed out and intersections flooded. A rain bomb fell behind the mesocyclone. Cold air rushed out from its point of impact, undercutting the meso. The storm had gone outflow dominant and was no longer at risk of producing a tornado. We turned east onto the Trans-Canada under finger-like roll clouds.
We also found another storm chaser.
Holy crap, look! Storm chaser! We stopped in Strathmore for a bathroom break and to record the storm front's approach. Bubbly Mamatus sagged below the spiraling anvil while surface air lifted by the front condensed into darkening cloud. We headed north toward the Strathmore radar, hoping to photograph the storm behind it, but the gust front arrived before we could get there.
Oh shit, here comes outflow winds. Oh god. Oh, look at the dust blowing across the... Holy crap, what is happening? Ugh. Yeah, we're in the outflow wind. I might not be able to see the radar after all. Oh man. Oh man, look at that. I'm looking above us to make sure it's not tornadic. It's definitely not though. Look at the wind. Look at the dust in front of us. Holy smokes. Well, the problem is we're driving, so, but if it's pointed, it shouldn't, so normally it's pointed straight forward. It says the wind's coming from the north, but it might be saying it's coming at an angle because of the fact that there's so much sideways velocity. Crap, I was hoping to time-lapse this, but I'm going to be able to do that. Look at the wind. Look at the dust.
We stopped on a gravel road facing west. An updraft and rain core approached from the southwest, and we repositioned to watch it. It intensified as it passed overhead. It was loud and dramatic, but we were not in danger.
It was so beautiful. It was worth it. It was very much worth it. It was actually very worth it. Like, I don't know how much worth it is in my brain. Like, you guys probably don't know. We went way far from Drumheller to do the storm chase. And it did not drop a tornado. But it was a big storm. It was worth it. Even though we had to drive all the way from Drumheller to Calgary, it was worth it because it was actually a ginormous good storm. Yeah, it was a long drive. Yeah, but I didn't get tired or anything. It was very fun of a trip. And well, that's our storm chase.